Everyone's got that one friend who's just super unathletic. They can't jump fast. They can't jump high. They can't run fast. They can't catch a ball, you know what I mean? And if you don't know who that friend is, it might be you. You might be the unathletic one. But I can fix that, and I'm gonna help you fix that. I'm gonna teach you how to become a freak athlete. Let's get straight into it. Now, athleticism is movement quality. It's speed, power, coordination, balance, and reaction. Now, athleticism is not just raw strength. And I'm saying raw strength that's like stiff. You wanna be the guy who can windmill? Or do you wanna be the guy who has 3,000 logged hours on Fortnite, hasn't showered in about 3 days, took down 6 boxes of Twinkies? Well, wait, he benches 225. Nah, you don't wanna be that guy. You wanna be John Morant. Now, athleticism is really hard to define. Like, you could just say it's running fast, jumping high. You could also say athleticism is looking smooth, not forced. And I should say that you can immediately tell when someone has it. Even though it's hard to define, you can tell when someone has it. Think Olympic track athletes, sprinters, high jumpers, football players. You got DK Metcalf, John Morant as an NBA player, Russell Westbrook back in the day, you know what I mean? You can instantly tell when someone has athleticism. It's kind of that it factor that separates someone, especially a freak athlete, from just a normal athlete. Skill is one thing, but athleticism is something completely different. Most people are unathletic and average for a few reasons. Don't train speed, don't jump, don't do plyometrics, and this one's really important, they don't train the central nervous system. They don't train that kind of muscle or mind-muscle connection. They just train raw strength. Now, one of the main things that separates normal athletes from freak athletes is not training more, it's training with intent. It's intent over volume. And it's also explosiveness over max strength. And really the main idea is it's quality over fatigue. As a sprinter, for example, I can say that when we're training, the second that our coaches see a little bit of tightness in our form's breaking down, the quality's breaking down, he stops us from running completely. It's just the idea of quality over quantity. Training your body through such a high intensity and through movements that aren't really typical, you need to prep the nervous system effectively. And you can do that by having a warm-up. So that can include some really light stretching. I would recommend dynamic stretching. Now, you should be training like an athlete, not a bodybuilder. You want muscles, but you don't want them to just be for show. You want them to be really functional. Now, sprinting is important for basically every sport, and you want to train acceleration, top end speed, and really horizontal and vertical force production. So that would include hill sprints, accelerations, flies for top end speed. And really you want to have a range between 10 to 60 meters is a good example. Like me personally as a sprinter and training through the like 100 to 400, I'll be doing some crazy workouts where I'm training up to like 200 to 400 meters, even like up to 500 meters, 600 meters sometimes. That's completely excessive. If you're trying to train just for, let's say, baseball, football, basketball, whatever, 10 to 60 meters and focusing really on intensity, near 100% is really important. Now, for plyometrics, the focus is ground contact. So exercises could include pogos, box jumps, broad jumps, max verticals, single leg and double leg, as well as death jumps. Yeah, really, like you can find a bunch of information online about plyometrics, but plyos are completely important. Any sport, really. Like if you really want that bounciness, you gotta do plyometrics. Now, weight training should be really athlete focused. So think cleans, box squats, trap bar deadlifts, RDLs. And if you're gonna be doing upper body, I'd recommend pull-ups, muscle ups, weighted pull-ups are really good. Bench, shoulder press is really important. Dumbbell rows is actually one that I really like. I'd recommend those. Now, with athletic lifting, you shouldn't be grinding for reps. Like really, we're not training to failure. That's for bodybuilding. We want to lift a little bit lighter most of the time. And it's really having speed and quality form. If you're going to be lifting heavy, keep it to low rep ranges. Like don't be lifting past 8. 8 is like what we start with volume. And then you get down to like around 3 reps for each exercise and then have like heavier weight. So really just make sure that you're focusing on form. You should not be lifting super heavy if your form is breaking down. A loose weekly structure you could follow is 2 to 3 speed and plyo days and 2 to 3 lifting days. That's really important. And make sure that you pair the plyos with the sprints and make sure that when you're resting, that your rest days are really respected. You're not really doing much. Now, athleticism isn't just about power. It's about control, timing, and bodily awareness. You want to be able to move through different planes, be efficient in different positions, reaction time, stability, decent hand-eye coordination, all of those things that are really more skill than they are power. The main thing is that you need understanding of your body through space and time. Now, the difference is that bodily awareness can be trained basically every single day. So this can be stretching, movement exercises with bands. I do that every single day. If you play basketball, this could be working on your handles with a tennis ball. If you play soccer, it's dribbling, juggling, whatever. Like, you get the point. Okay, something I know a lot of people are gonna say is, oh, you just have bad genetics, you can't be athletic. And now genetics matter, like actually they matter a lot, but really they matter at the highest levels. Like you're not gonna become an Olympic sprinter if you don't have good genetics, or you're not gonna become the next LeBron if you don't have good genetics. But that doesn't mean there's not hope for you. Everyone can become more athletic. Some people are just predisposed to being athletes, predisposed to certain sports, and some people will never dunk no matter what, no matter how hard they train. But everyone can improve from their starting point. Even if you're an NBA All-Star, you can improve your speed, strength, power, coordination, all of that. With how much access we have to information nowadays through YouTube, research articles online, there's no reason why you shouldn't at least try to reach your athletic potential. Hard work with smart programming will always beat genetic talent. So stop blaming genetics and start using the tools that you have. Start sprinting, jumping, and doing other plyos. Start lifting with better technique and focusing on intent really over quantity, and ultimately separate yourself from those around you. Maybe you will get your first dunk. Maybe you'll catch the ball that you didn't because you weren't fast enough or you couldn't jump high enough to reach it. Or maybe you'll dominate at LA Fitness, whatever it is. Now this video is just a bunch of random thoughts that I had. So if you really want like a structured training plan, yeah, comment down below. Maybe I'll make a video on that. DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace.